Welcome to Review's Goal. Today we're diving into a crucial topic for all dog owners, keeping our furry friends safe. You see, just like we have foods that are good for us and foods that are not, dogs have their own set of dietary needs. And some of the things we humans eat can be incredibly dangerous for them, even deadly. In this video, we're going to explore 9 common foods that you absolutely must keep away from your dog. We'll discuss why these foods are harmful and what to do if your dog accidentally ingests them. Remember, a well-informed owner is a responsible owner. So let's get started. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. We often think of fruits as healthy snacks, and for us humans, they often are. But for dogs, some fruits can be incredibly dangerous. Take grapes and raisins, for example. These treats can cause acute kidney failure in dogs. The scary part is, we don't fully understand why. No specific toxic compound has been identified. Even a small amount can be extremely toxic. Never give your dog grapes or raisins. It's better to be safe than sorry. Keep them well out of reach. Prevention is always better than cure. Okay, let's talk about another food that's toxic to dogs: chocolate. We all know dogs love to indulge their sweet tooth, but when it comes to chocolate, it's a hard no. Chocolate contains a compound called theobromine. Now, we humans can metabolize theobromine pretty easily, but dogs, not so much. Theobromine builds up in their system and it can cause a whole range of problems. We're talking vomiting, diarrhea, increased thirst and urination, panting, hyperactivity, restlessness, the list goes on. In severe cases, theobromine poisoning can even lead to tremors, seizures, heart problems, and even death. And the darker the chocolate, the more dangerous it is. That means baking chocolate and dark chocolate are the biggest culprits, followed by semi-sweet and milk chocolate. So, what do you do if your dog gets into the cookie jar? First, don't panic. Call your veterinarian immediately. They'll need to know the type of chocolate your dog ate, how much they ate, and how much your dog weighs. Depending on the severity of the situation, they might tell you to induce vomiting at home or rush your dog to the clinic. Remember, time is of the essence when it comes to chocolate poisoning. We use onions and garlic in so many dishes. They add flavor and depth to our food, but these ingredients can be harmful to our canine companions. Onions, garlic, chives, leeks, and shallots contain sulfoxides and disulfides. These compounds can damage red blood cells in dogs, leading to hemolytic anemia. Symptoms can take a few days to show up. Lethargy, weakness, pale gums, vomiting, and diarrhea are common signs. Even small amounts can be harmful. Be cautious with leftovers, sauces, and soups. Onion and garlic powder are just as dangerous. Your dog's health is worth more than a little bit of flavor. Chapter 4. Avocado, the good fat that's bad for dogs. Avocados, right? They're packed with healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. We love them in our salads, smoothies, and even on toast. But when it comes to our dogs, avocados are another story. You see, avocados contain a fungicidal toxin called persin. Now, persin is mostly concentrated in the leaves, pits, and skin of the avocado, but it's also present in the fruit itself. And for dogs, even small amounts of persin can cause gastrointestinal upset. We're talking vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, you name it. And if your dog happens to ingest the pit, that's a whole other level of danger. The pit can get lodged in their throat or intestines, leading to choking or blockage. So the next time you're whipping up a batch of guacamole, make sure your furry friend is nowhere near the kitchen. And be extra careful about avocado pits. Don't leave them lying around, and dispose of them properly. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to your dog's health. Chapter 5. Alcohol no party tricks for your pup. Now this one should go without saying, but you should never ever give your dog alcohol. I know it seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people think it's funny to give their dog a sip of beer or a lick of their cocktail. But let me tell you, it's not funny at all. Alcohol is extremely toxic to dogs. It's metabolized much differently in their bodies compared to ours, and it can have serious, even fatal consequences. Even a small amount of alcohol can cause intoxication in dogs. We're talking vomiting, diarrhea, disorientation, loss of coordination, tremors, seizures, respiratory problems, coma, and in severe cases, death. And it's not just about alcoholic beverages. You also need to be careful about unbaked dough containing yeast, mouthwash, hand sanitizer, and any other products that might contain alcohol. So, the bottom line is this: alcohol and dogs don't mix. Period. Keep your alcoholic beverages out of your dog's reach, and if you suspect your dog has ingested alcohol, contact your veterinarian immediately. Chapter 6. Caffeine, a jolt your dog doesn't need. We all know caffeine can give us that extra boost in the morning. But for dogs, caffeine is anything but a pick-me-up. In fact, it can be downright dangerous. Caffeine is a stimulant that's found in coffee, tea, chocolate, energy drinks, and even some medications. And just like with chocolate, dogs are far more sensitive to caffeine than we are. Even small amounts can cause caffeine toxicity. The symptoms of caffeine poisoning in dogs can range from mild to severe. We're talking restlessness, hyperactivity, panting, increased thirst and urination, vomiting, diarrhea, elevated heart rate, tremors, seizures, and in some cases death. Now you might be thinking, my dog would never drink coffee. And you're probably right, but dogs are curious creatures, and they might be tempted to lap up a spilled drink or get into the trash if they smell something interesting. So, it's crucial to keep all caffeinated beverages and foods well out of your dog's reach. And if you suspect your dog has ingested caffeine, contact your veterinarian immediately. Chapter 7. Macadamia Nuts, a tropical treat turned toxic. Macadamia nuts. They're delicious, buttery, and oh so addictive. But did you know that these seemingly innocent nuts can actually be toxic to dogs? That's right. Macadamia nuts contain a toxin that can cause a range of neurological and muscular problems in dogs. And the scary part is, we don't even know what the exact toxin is or how it works. But what we do know is that even small amounts of macadamia nuts can cause problems. We're talking vomiting, weakness, lethargy, muscle tremors, ataxia, lack of coordination, hyperthermia, elevated body temperature, and joint pain. The good news is that macadamia nut poisoning is rarely fatal, but that doesn't mean you should take it lightly. If your dog ingests macadamia nuts, it's important to contact your veterinarian right away. They might recommend inducing vomiting or providing supportive care to help your dog recover. And remember, prevention is always better than cure, so keep those macadamia nuts well out of your dog's reach. Chapter 8. Xylitol, the sweetener that can be deadly. Okay, let's talk about xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar alcohol that's often used as a sugar substitute in sugar-free foods, chewing gum, candies, oral care products, and even some medications. Now, for us humans, xylitol is perfectly safe. In fact, it's often touted for its dental benefits. But for dogs, xylitol is incredibly toxic. Even small amounts can cause a rapid release of insulin from the pancreas, leading to a sudden and dangerous drop in blood sugar, a condition known as hypoglycemia. The symptoms of xylitol poisoning in dogs can appear within minutes to hours of ingestion. We're talking vomiting, weakness, lethargy, ataxia, lack of coordination, tremors, seizures, liver failure, and in severe cases, death. The scary part is, xylitol is becoming more and more common in everyday products. So it's more important than ever to read labels carefully and keep anything containing xylitol well out of your dog's reach. And remember, if you suspect your dog has ingested xylitol, don't wait for symptoms to appear. Contact your veterinarian or an animal poison control center immediately. Time is of the essence when it comes to xylitol poisoning. Chapter 9. Cooked bones, a recipe for disaster. We all know dogs love to chew on bones, it's in their nature. But when it comes to cooked bones, it's a whole different story. Cooked bones are a big no-no for dogs. Here's why. When bones are cooked, they become brittle and can easily splinter, and those splinters can wreak havoc in your dog's digestive system. We're talking cuts and injuries to the mouth, throat, esophagus, stomach, and intestines. And it's not just about the splintering. Cooked bones can also get lodged in your dog's digestive tract, leading to choking, blockage, and even perforation. Trust me, you don't want your dog to go through any of that. So, what kind of bones are safe for dogs? Raw bones are a much better option, as they're softer and less likely to splinter. But even with raw bones, it's important to supervise your dog and choose bones that are appropriately sized for their breed. And remember, no matter what type of bone you give your dog, it's always a good idea to consult with your veterinarian to make sure it's a safe and healthy choice for your furry friend. Thanks for watching Reviews Goal. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Remember, our dogs rely on us to keep them safe and healthy. And sometimes that means resisting those puppy dog eyes and saying no to those tempting treats. Remember to keep these foods away from your dog to ensure their safety. If you're ever unsure about something, it's always best to err on the side of caution and consult with your veterinarian. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts or questions. And as always, thank you for being a responsible and loving dog owner. See you in the next video.